love Pét-nats here. It's something that our region does really well. I don't really have the space to make traditional methods, so we went down the method ancestral route to make these Pét-nats, and we make anywhere between 4 and 8 of them every year. And we're even making some now besides like the Merlot or the Gewürztraminer or the Bianco, which is a blend of 3 different grapes. We're making ones from some native hybrid grapes like Delaware and Diamond, so we have those. And we also make one from a shard cider or a hard cider in a Pét-nat form from some apples from our friends down the street at the Milk Pail and our Chardonnay. They're wild, ambient, spontaneous fermentations, whatever word you'd like to call them, but that means we don't add yeast. It's just the ambient yeast in the air on the grapes that we find all around us. So the juice goes in there, usually starts fermenting within a couple days, and more often than not, those Pét-nats get bottled within a couple of weeks. This one's already been going for a month plus, but we've had some cool nights, so yeah, it's been a little bit cold, so it's a nice, slow, cool, very aromatic ferment. But it's almost done, and we'll probably start prepping it for bottling later this afternoon and probably bottle it tomorrow morning. So this is 100% Merlot, harvested from the North Fork. Same fruit basically that we use for our rosé. So hand harvested, whole cluster press in the press over there, pressed to about 1.7 atmospheres. We take the clearest juice off the top of the tank as it settles, and we'll put it into a stainless steel tank for fermentation for the Pét-nat. That tank over there actually has the Rosado Merlot 2021 in it right now. So that's fermenting in the last one of our Pét-nats for this year to bottle. So Rosado pétillant naturel, which means that it finishes its ferment and bottle, and that's where we get the bubbles. So different than traditional method or method champenoise, which are the same thing. Ferment is in there. Once it gets down to the sugar level that we want, that's going to provide the amount of carbonation that we want, we bottle it in the bottle, and it finishes fermentation in this bottle, and it's trapped under a crown cap. CO2 dissolves in the solution, and we have a sparkling wine. So we like to make sure these have been standing up straight. We don't disgorge them. If they're nice and cool too, then they open pretty well without bubbling over, and we've tried to really have that be consistent across the board. The wines are pretty dry. They're the only wines that we do make with a little bit of residual sugar, but they're still really on the dry side. But the Pét-nats often do have a touch of RS in them. So beautiful mousse, great bubbles, great texture. Again, that kind of watermelon, cherry, raspberry flavors, super delicious. Only 10-ish% alcohol, so you can start drinking this with brunch. A lot of things you can do with this, from cheeses and salads, through grilled foods, through, I mean, you know, it's just a happy wine, and it'll make you and your friends and your family happy when you drink it. So we love Pét-nat.